guys, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shadows. Now, what will probably be the second to last game in this series, I think. Regardless of whether we go out or not, it'll probably be, basically this is the way it's going to work. There'll be 2 more episodes, including this one, so 1 more in theory, which is tomorrow. I don't know how much of a gap there's actually going to be until the first episode of my new series in the beta. Now, obviously, I don't know if I'll actually be able to get the episode out the same day as the beta, because obviously I still have to record the damn thing, and get it up. So depending on when the beta drops, I don't want to release it stupidly late at night because that'd be pointless. So if it's too late, then I'll just wait till the next day. But I don't really see the need to. I don't feel that I need to get it out like instantly. You'll get it and it'll be cool. And I'd rather have it done well. So basically, here we are. I guess Spurs. Sorry, I was expecting myself to go, well, now look at some highlights. But of course, we're not doing the highlights until in between the 2 games, because we've actually got 2 games between now and the next Spurs game, despite there only being a week in between. So I may have to rest some players for that. One is the Cup against Lille, which is the semi-final, and the other is a league game. Not I don't know, it depends on how things go in this first leg against Spurs, to be honest. I don't see us, as much as we've done well, we have done really, really well, and I think I may have been a little bit not hyper negative, but sometimes I get negative about things, even if we win, purely because I see things and I think on another day that's going to absolutely batter us. Like, for example, against Milan, the 2-2 draw at home, on another day, we'd have lost that game 2-0, frankly, because we wouldn't have been able to get back into it. And it's the silly goals that we've conceded, and that's why I was negative about it. Because, we went through, and that is magnificent. But it's things like that I see in the next round. If we do that again, that could cost us. So I'm looking at it from a more pragmatic point of view. As if we won every game 3-0, 1-0 with a lucky goal in something, brilliant. But you can't do that all season. You need to look at, where your team's making mistakes, because that's how you improve on tactics. And I look at it that way, basically. That's why sometimes I can come across a little bit negative. And I don't want to, really, because it is supposed to be a game and it is fun. But you know how it is. We've all done it, where you get a little bit shitty sometimes. And frankly, that's just because, sometimes it's my 4th recording of the day, and by then you've had enough of it, frankly. But, I have to record in certain slots, and that's all the time I've got. So, without further ado, let's get into things, basically. So, I accidentally skipped from the first menu, so I've been trying to find a menu that doesn't show the results of the other games on it, basically. So, this is the team. This is Jerry, Dahul, Knope, Luis, Uchan, Matas, Orberg, Amara, Wagner, Ruiz, and Kloria. Now, I might just overrule him a little here. I'm thinking Part J1 instead of Dahul to come in there, because I just don't like Dahul so far up the pitch. He's great as a substitute, as we found out in the past, but I just think that he's probably a better centre mid than he is an attacking mid, but he's useful in both positions, which is great. Ivor Holt probably still isn't back to full fitness yet, but Cherry is looking solid. So, let's get into this. Now, as for Spurs' tactics, if they're playing the tactic I think they're going to play, which is the one that is showed on the preview screen, I really don't know what we're going to do, because I don't think I've actually ever come up against this tactic before. So, that's going to be a fun one for us all. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I honestly wouldn't know where to begin. Now, what I think I am going to do is try and exploit the flanks, because they don't have any wingers, so we might actually have a bit of luck down there. So they've got, let's just take a look at their team. So they've got Kevin Volland, a new guy, I presume. Oh no, it's a real player. Thierry Ambrose, interesting. Christian Eriksen, still there, great to see. Andre Gomez, Bruno Fernandes, Aaron Kuhl, who I believe plays for Reading in real life. There it is. Got a sort of David Luiz thing going on there. Luke Shaw, I assume. A guy called, is that Joel Matip? Oh, I remember him, yep. Phil Jones, surely not. It is Phil Jones, okay. Carter Vickers, who, that does sound like a real person. Yeah, it is, okay. And Hugo Lloris is still in goal. Also, interestingly, they've got Marek Rodak, who I believe plays for Fulham in real life. Obviously, I would know. Gien, James Ward-Prowse, Rashford, Cooper, Jace, and Koeman. Is that Kingsley Coman? It is. So we've got a little bit of worries off the bench here. But I still think that... Actually, I honestly don't know, guys. I think that, we were lucky to get past Milan over 2 legs. Sampdoria, we did brilliantly. Napoli, we were great. But I just think that this might be the final... It might just be a bridge too far for us. And it's a shame, but I just feel like maybe that's going to be the case. However, we are going to go on counter, because it is the away game, and it is Spurs. So we're just going to try and do our best in this one. I don't want to get embarrassed, but... I don't know, I feel like we've ridden our luck in the Europa League for too long already. Like, some of those away wins have been... very, very lucky. Well, okay, no. The one in Sampdoria obviously wasn't particularly lucky at all, because we smashed them 6-1. Napoli, we were lucky to turn it around and do so well, but please don't foul him. There we go. Uh-oh. Ooh, cool. He's through, and Ambrose is going to turn and score. Calorio nearly managed to keep that out, but it's a good finish there from Thierry Ambrose. It's 1-0 to Tottenham after just 4 minutes. We're going to have to really pull something out here. But against Milan, the away win was very lucky. That could have easily been a 0-0 draw or a defeat, frankly. So, but hey, sometimes you get that game. Think of the amount of times that we've been the better side and lost. It was just nice to have that happen to us for once. It really, really was. This is a good finish, though, from Ambrose. Calorio, I have to say, he did so well. Oh, okay. Well, okay, the animation wasn't fantastic, but I'm pretty certain he did quite well there. I'm just going to give him the credit there. Cool. And it's a good finish from Ambrose, of course. Ericsson, and that should be cut out by Ruiz. Can we get ourselves on a break here? The one thing about playing counter is it does enable us to do this kind of thing, but look at the amount of players they've got around the ball there. Jones, Andre Gomez. We're going to have to try and look for a different dimension to our game at this rate because it's not working. Possession-wise, obviously we're playing counter-attacking, so we're not going to have as much, I wouldn't have thought. Knope. Yeah, look at that. Spurs are closing down very, very hard. Orberg. And that makes me wonder, if we play a little bit more high tempo, it might just drag them out of position. They're closing down a lot. So if we retain possession and push the tempo a little bit, pass the ball around a little bit more, maybe with some short passing perhaps rather than long, we might actually have a chance of getting ourselves through them. Cherry, Luis making the run beyond. That's just my thoughts so far. I'm not normally great at this kind of thing, but a couple of times I've proven to be reasonably adept. And most of the time I'm absolutely inept. There we go. Knope, and that is fantastic. That is a great finish there from Tristan Knope. His 10th goal of the season, so that's great to see. He has now hit double figures. I'm ecstatic with that. The game's fairly even so far, and I mean, I would say it's hard to say whether we deserve it or not, because after 12 minutes, you know, both teams have had a good goal, and we've got ourselves an away goal in Europe, and that's always nice to see. Knope just takes it around his man, similar to the Ambrose goal, but with a slightly better finish on the end of it there. Tristan Knope, what a season he's had. For a free transfer, you cannot fault him. He's been faultless. No transfer fee, and there was barely any agent's fees as well. I think it cost us like a couple of $100,000 in agent fees. So we've not... Wow, we're actually doing quite well in keeping the ball here. Interestingly. Not really shooting a great deal, but that's fine by me. We're just going to concentrate a little bit. You know, stay calm. Those little changes seem to have made a bit of a difference, I'm thinking. Luis now, cutting inside. Parche 1, getting across his man, and surely not. Oh, very, very, very... A little bit unlucky there from Parche 1. The same goal, nearly scored twice there by us. Luke Shaw, and here we go again from a corner. Uchan. And that's ricocheted straight back out to him. Surely we can't make it 4 wins away from home in a row in the Europa League. That would be very surprising. Cherry, that must be offside. He has to be. No? How is he not offside there? I'm sorry, I know I sound like I'm on Spurs' side here, but I'm trying to be balanced. That seemed a little bit offside to me. We'll actually see on the replay. We're winning away in Spurs. We're winning away in London. I don't know why that even just slips under the radar. I'm just so used to us winning away from home lately. It's a great ball in from Uchan. Is it one of their defenders that... Oh, okay, it was the fullback. Out wide, and Cherry puts Paris 2-1 up here. And oh my God, I can't believe it. I don't think that this is done yet, though. I think Spurs have got a lot more to offer than we've seen so far. We're winning 2-1 away in London, though, and I am in shock, frankly, guys. I am in shock. So, yeah, that is actually very, very impressive. So there we go. Right, let's just do an opposition... oh, wow, okay, right. Right. That's an interesting change they've made. Right, I'm just going to adjust. I might just turn off exploit the flanks, and I might actually go to exploit the middle, because they've not got anything really there now. It's all width, and if we can play... I might even turn on shorter passing, enable us to keep a little bit more of the ball in this second half. Although, maybe we should... I don't know, we might have to be looking for longer passes over the top. We'll have to see. We'll play it by ear. See what Spurs do, and we'll sort of adjust accordingly. Ambrose is doing dangerous things, no surprises there. Kartovic has ball in. Ambrose has kept it down and cleared away, actually. I thought we were going to concede a goal there, to be honest. But we've done well to clear it, but that doesn't mean the danger is done. Ward-Prowse, I'm sensing a ball in and a goal. Clearance again. Well done, guys. That's better. It's really good football from us, actually. Party 1, he's got an overlap. He needs to find it. He does find Orbo. We've got support. Knope, oh, go on, pull that across. You love it. Cherry's in. No way. Spurs 1, Paris 3. I nearly did 4. I did 4. This is incredible. What is it about us away from home? Like, I bet you, if we do win this game, like 3-1 or something, we'll end up drawing the home game, like 1-1, and that'll be fine. What a strike that is from Alberto Cherry. I just... wow. Sorry. Right, okay. I don't think we deserve... So we just take it. Should we just say, yeah, we're doing well, we're playing our game well, and they've moved a couple of things around. 3-1 up, though. And we're on counter still, so we should still be able to maintain a relative amount of sort of solidity. It's a poor ball through there from Knope, but that doesn't mean this highlight is done yet. Lloris is going to have to lump it downfield. He's 37, by the way, folks, which obviously isn't stupidly old for a goalkeeper, but it still isn't exactly, you know, spring chicken material. We're winning away. Not only that, but winning by 2 goals. If we can somehow keep the 2-goal lead, that's a poor one for us to let... Oh, that's bad from us. That's really bad. I should be annoyed at that, and I am, because it's a poor piece of defending. This is kind of why I get negative sometimes, because we'll do things like this, where Matas will do something like that, and it will just sort of ruin all the hard work that we're doing. But the fact is, we are still winning the game, and that's the most important thing. But I don't know if this is done yet. I think Spurs have got another... Oh, hello. Uchan whips it in. And, oh, Lloris has caught this. Is he going to set Spurs away? We need to get back a bit quicker than that, guys, if you could. There we go. Great work from Carlos Ruiz. That really is superb work from him, but he's conceded possession there, and there's going to be a bit of spacing behind. Amara does well this time. That's better. He's looked a little shaky at times for us this season. Space, Volans through, and Gloria makes a worldy of a stop there. Probably should have done a little bit better to begin with there, Gloria, but he has made the save. Right, Spurs are starting to look a little bit stronger now, and frankly should have scored there. Now, what can we do about this? Hang on, we'll just let this play... Oh, I was going to say we'll just let this play out, but they have now equalised. Oh dear. I'm just going to drop a little deeper, because they are getting in behind a little bit now, and we can't really afford that. We were doing so well in this game. 3-1 up, and I've had games like this against Spurs before in the Europa League, Champions League or Europa League with Portsmouth many months ago. Frankly, guys, even a 3-3 draw wouldn't be the worst result in the world. 3 away goals. Oh crap! He's going to score. It's Christian Eriksen. Wow, he's actually not scored. He'll probably score now, but get to that. Matip. Ward-Prowse. Oh god, guys, we've completely capitulated. It's just like against PSG. We were so good in this game, and it's just flat. They've just flattened us, and I don't know how to. I don't know what they've changed. They changed a couple of things in the positions, but we were doing all right for a bit, and now they've just completely come out of nowhere, and now we have to come back at them. And 4-3 is still not a bad result. Let's not beat around the bush here, people. It's still not a bad thing. So, let's just go on attacking. Let's not overdo this, you know. Whoa, I've not made any substitutions. That was idiotic of me. I am going to get Cherry off and get Ivor Holt on for the little while. Dahul is going to come on for Uchan because he's looking a little bit knackered and hasn't played well, and Mbar is going to come on for Orberg because he's not been superb either. That's our final sort of plan for this game. If we can... Spurs are down to 10 men now, and Aaron Kuhl will be suspended for the second leg then. There he goes. Second yellow card. I should put on some sunglasses when I have to say my own name. Right, let's try and push forward. We may as well now. They've got 10 men. Then again, we've conceded plenty of goals against 10 men in the past, so, you know, let's just play on the side of caution. They do deserve the win in the end. Looking at these stats, they've deserved to win this game, so we were lucky. Well, actually, I don't think we were lucky to be winning, because we were doing all right at the time, but since then, they've really turned it up. Right, let's just look at this a little bit more. Let's not do that anymore. There's no need. Let's run at them. Let's get some crosses in. Actually, no, that's poor, because it's not really the right person. We're going to have to do that. We're going to push higher up, because why the hell not? We're going to turn off shorter passing. We're going to just go for it for the final 9 minutes. You know, we may not get a goal. We may concede one. That would be kind of poor if we did. But what can you do? We just have to go for it. And frankly, we've not really offered anything in that period. There we go. Spurs 4, Paris 3. It's not the worst result in the world, frankly. Bad defending has cost us at times there, and that is why I get negative sometimes, because of things like that, where we're just doing really, really well, and we just out of nowhere throw it away, which is very disappointing. Tristan Knope, though, good performance from him. Point is, though, 4-3 is still not insurmountable. If we can finally do what we've not actually so far done over the past 3 ties, which is win a home game, then you never know, guys. You just never know. And also, Cherry's in there with a chance of actually being top scorer in this, because, you know, Mancini and Dybala have got plenty of goals, but, you know, you never know. Right, so, guys, I will join you in a sec. We've got the games against Lorient and Lille to come, and I will join you for the second leg against Spurs. Enjoy some highlights of those games, as well as the 2 games I've just played. I'll see you guys in a sec. Serafiore, oh, he's gone past Mbar. That's not so great from Mbar. I don't know what he's doing out there. Bousalem inside for Serafiore. Don't concede a goal. Oh, it's a good finish from Sam Maximin, though. And it is 1-0 to Marseille. This is poor, but then again, they are second in the league and challenging for the title, but we still need to do a little bit better than them. There we go, guys. Paris 0, Marseille 1. On another day, we might have won, but hey, just one of those things, guys. Whips it in, Cherry across, and that is a beautiful finish. Paris 1, Lyon 0, 32 goals for the season for Cherry. Probably not going to be enough to get us into the top 3 this year, but still a good chance at 4th, perhaps. The second goal before half-time would be very nice. Dahul on the edge here, flicks it on, Cherry's flick on, he must be offside, surely. Paris 2, okay, Lyon 0. I thought Cherry was a little offside there, but there we go. 2-0 to Paris, and that should be game. And that time it was quite poor, actually. Reynolds, there might be a break on here for Lyon. If they fancy it. Dos Santos Sousa is down the right here. We've got to do better than this. It's all the way across, and it's put in the back of the net by Reynolds. Bad defending again from Paris, but there we go. Gregory Reynolds puts it in the back of the net for Lyon. Poor goal to concede, but we are... Uchan's ball in, Cherry's header, and that is 3-1 and a hat-trick for Alberto Cherry. And looking at the game, you can't really say we didn't deserve it, so we'll take that in the end. Good win for us, it looks like. Gunn's ball in, Luis with the chance, perhaps ricocheted all over the place, and Knope puts it in the back of the net. There we go, 4-1. As much as I criticise us for letting games run away from us, sometimes we can do that to other teams as well, so fair play. There we go, Paris 4, Lyon 1, a really solid win. Good stuff, guys. Ball in, Cherry's flick on. Knocked down, and it's in the back of the net from Tristan Knope. finally. You can't say we didn't deserve it. We've been brilliant in today's game, just hadn't taken our chances, but Tristan Knope does. Cherry steps up to wrap up the match, and it's well scored by Alberto Cherry. Lorient 0, Paris 2, and a good win in the end. It's needed, but, you know, there we go. There we go, guys. Lorient 0, Paris 2. Definitely the better side, and we got the win. Thank God for that. Whips it across. Barbier's gone round the man, and there we go. 1-0 to Lille. It was always going to be tough playing a weakened team in a cup semi-final, but we had no choice with the Spurs game coming up, unfortunately, guys. Habran turns, Wijnaldum into the empty net, basically, makes it 2-0 to Lille. Unfortunately, we just haven't been able to hit the target enough today. The youngsters have done their best, frankly, but it just wasn't enough in the end. Bias through, he must score, and he finishes the game for Lille. We just haven't been good enough on the night, and unfortunately, that's what happens when you have to rotate as much as we've had to with 2 games in 3 days. There we go, Paris 0, Lille 3. Unfortunately, we had to make these changes with the amount of fixtures we had. We had 2 matches in between the 2 Spurs games, even though they were only a week apart, and the Spurs game is in 2 days' time. We had to make it, so there we go, guys. Right, guys, we're back. So, as you can see, obviously, we had to rest players because of the sheer number of fixtures that we had, basically. That was the real issue. In between those 2 Spurs games, in between the Spurs game, we had a game on the 28th, so on the Sunday, and then a game on the Tuesday, and then we have the Spurs game on the Thursday. So, yeah, I've had to rest players. It's been difficult, frankly, because we've had, you know, even rotating the squad with games that close together, we've had real difficulty in doing so. But what can you do, guys? I'm going to quickly show you the squad now, of course. So with the last 5 games, best player is, of course, Tristan Knope, because who else? Top goal scorer at the moment is Alberto Cherry with 37 in 38 matches, which is fairly solid, I have to say. Luis with 24. He hasn't actually scored for us this month, or this episode, so to speak. But there he is with 24 and 25. 1 more goal, and I'd be ecstatic with his season. Not that I'm not already. But there we go. 3 players above 20 assists as well, with Knope with 22 and Dahoul on 20, which is outrageously good. Very, very pleased with all of that, really. Ivor Holt as well, 11 starts, but 17 goals and 9 assists is brilliant. And hopefully, I don't know, I'm a bit nervous about this, because we did so well in that first leg. They're playing a 4-4-2, they're the away team, so I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if they'll actually line up with that. As you can see, Palermo won the first leg by 1-0. So I think Liverpool probably still win that. So if we were to somehow sneak through here, then we'd play probably Liverpool in the final. I'd suggest anyway. So here's what we're doing, basically. Now, Uchan unfortunately had to play the last game because we just didn't have enough players available, which was so, even with rotation, we still couldn't field a proper team. Cherry, Dahoul, Knope, Luis Bulens, Matas, Mbar, Wagner, Sidibe, and Ruiz. So pretty strong at the back, though. Most players have got a decent number of fitness. Luis, of course, sat out the last game. Cherry did as well. The bench isn't stupidly strong in terms of fitness levels, but this is literally all we could do. Aslan's injury has been disappointing, to say the least, but he will not be playing today, so we have to go through in order for him to play in the Europa League again, basically. Bulens is not wonderful in the middle there, but we don't really have much of a choice about playing anyone else, unfortunately. Orberg, unfortunately, had to play in the last game as well, so he may come on for Mbar later, but yeah, still a little bit iffy about that one. It's frustrating that we had so few options in the end. But we're going to do our best. It's against Spurs. I don't know. They're the favourites, interestingly, for the away leg, which is surprising, but they are a good side. But we've proven that we can score against them. So Aaron Cool won't be playing, of course. Let's see. So they are going with that 4-4-2. Now, generally against 4-4-2s, I don't really adjust the tactic a great deal, frankly. We played, I think it was Lyon that played a 4-4-2 against us, and we smashed them 4-1. Obviously, Spurs are way better than Lyon. That's just a simple fact. But my point is that usually the tactic on its own with the standard settings is generally quite effective against a 4-4-2. Now, of course, we can tweak things if we notice little things going wrong for us. Now, we do actually have to win, though. This is the first time that we've come into one of these home matches in the last, 3 ties that we actually have to win the home game. Because we've won away from, oh dear, Dahoul. I thought he'd done well there against Volland, but in the end he didn't. We need to basically make sure that we get that first goal. Get the lead, because any win that we can get here... Oh, Cherry's through! Go on, Cherry! Oh... Bullied the defender there. Bit weird, but hey, you got it. Bulens with the ball in now. Dahoul's back. Another superb opportunity for Paris. I really, really hope to God that it isn't going to be one of those games where we create tons of chances and just cannot quite finish it off. Because we've had 2 really stellar opportunities to take the lead here against Spurs. And fair enough, the first one was difficult, and so was the second one, perhaps, but... Right, we need to hold on to the ball a bit more, because Spurs are getting quite a lot of it, and that's not good. That is not good. And that is not good either. Okay, Part J1... Well, I don't really have any other choices, unfortunately. Part J1 is going to have to come on. He's not really fit, having played most of the last match just 2 days before. We've been the better side so far, but that doesn't mean that we're going to... We can never defend fucking corners. Spurs now have the lead here. That was poor from us. We've done so well so far. It's disappointing. This is why I get critical, because we don't take our chances. And we let that sort of thing happen. It's a good finish from a corner, but we should be defending corners better. Particularly as we actually, I think we're training defending set pieces during the week. But then with so many games, it's difficult to get any training in anyway, so it's hard to say that it would have made any difference. Knope cleared away. So we're still looking like the better team. So there is that, but now we have to score twice. A 1-0 win before would have been perfect. Not that we do 1-0s very often, so to be fair, I don't think this game was ever going to be 1-0, frankly. If I had to put a prediction on this game, I think we'll end up drawing it 2-2 or something and sneaking out. Cherry's through, he must score and he's at the post! I do not believe this. It's going to be one of those games, guys, unfortunately. I think that's kind of what we're going to have to sort of settle into. It does seem like that so far. Oh, no. We don't want passion. Passion equals red cards, ladies and gentlemen. Concentrate. We're looking good. We've actually had some really good opportunities created so far, but the issue has been taking them. Partey one through again, and Luis this time with the chance and puts it. We've had 4 really solid chances so far and missed all of them. I say missed. There's been some good saves in there too, particularly that last one from Lloris there. Matas now. Come on, we're looking like we're actually doing a really good job so far. I'm just disappointed we've not scored yet. Luis through for nobody and cleared away. Half an hour gone. We are dominating this game now in terms of chances and possession. The possession's even gone towards us now. Spurs are probably more content to sit on this, I guess, given the fact they've got the lead and we have to score twice against them. But we've proven against teams like Napoli that we can do that kind of thing. Cherry goes round one, round another, and over the crossbar this time with the strike. It's a good effort, but he was never going to get that in from there, I don't think. Okay, first half performances about as good as I would have liked. Look at how good we've been, and we somehow find ourselves behind. This is why I lose the plot sometimes, because we've done everything right except putting those chances away, and there's nothing I can do about that, really. Tactically, we're doing fine. We're keeping them out, apart from that one chance from a corner, which went in, and I don't really know what to change. That's the problem. We're playing so well, it's difficult to know how to switch things up in the second half. But I think what the main change we're going to have to make, firstly, is unfortunately we are going to have to go on attacking, because they're going to be retreating and retreating and retreating. We need to try and force the issue a bit in the second half. Do I feel that we can still win this? Yes. I feel that we've still got 2 goals in us. This Paris team have got, we scored 4 in the second half against Napoli, and we're clearly capable of scoring a good amount of goals. You really do weep sometimes. I thought it was Volland's goal, but no, Partey once headed into his own net. God damn it. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. That is the epitome of why I get frustrated sometimes. Cherry's been woeful today, and I'm going to bring Ivor Holt on already, because he's got 6.2, and sometimes a little change like that makes all the difference. We're going to keep our last change for a little later in this game, but we now have to score 3 times against them in this game, and I'm just so gutted for us right now. I don't even know. We're going to push a little bit higher up. We're going to try and exploit the flanks if we can do, because they're obviously going to try and do something, but honestly, guys, I think that's it. We've had it. I'm just so gutted about the way it's happened as well. Look at this game. And that's what happens when you don't take your chances. And unfortunately, when we were 3-1 up in the first game, we looked fine, but it was kind of like that game against Paris where we were fine and then all of a sudden we weren't, and I couldn't pinpoint what it was that was suddenly different about it, unfortunately, and that's what's cost us. Knope is not looking solid today either now. He's got a slight lack of fitness, but what do we really do? I'm going to bring Ahlberg on. He's a bit more of an attacking threat than Mbar is. Could maybe just put some crosses in for these final 15 minutes, but we need 3 goals, and it ain't going to happen, is it, guys? We might get 1 if we're lucky. Cleared away. Matas. Long range effort, and Luis on the. Oh my god, we scored a rebound goal. Well, there we go. It's bound to happen at some point. Luis has got his 25th of the season, but it's not going to be enough, guys. So many chances in today's game that we've had, and we've not taken them. Good save from Lloris initially. Very nearly got to the well, no, we didn't. What we're talking about. We've got 1, but we need 2 more in the next 15 minutes. It ain't going to happen. If anything, Spurs will get another one. That's my prediction now. I don't even know at this point, guys. Look at this. How are we losing this game 2-1? It doesn't. Well, I mean, we've tried. That's basically all I can say, really, guys. We really have tried. Push forward. Dearie me. Nah, we're not going to do it. That's such a shame. We've been really good on the night. Buelen's blocked. Oh my god! Look at the chances! It's sometimes... This is why... well, there we go, guys. I cannot believe we've lost this game. Well, there you go, guys. That's FM for you, isn't it? That's what happens. Unfortunately, we have conceded 6 times over the leg, but it's it's this game here. Like, fair enough, Spurs scored 2 goals. Fair enough, we conceded 2 goals, but there's no way in hell we should have only scored once. I cannot believe we've missed those chances, and... well, there we go, guys. I suppose it was bound to happen to us eventually. We've had a really good run where this sort of stuff was going the other way almost. Not quite to this extent. I don't think in any of the games we played up to this point we had a team batter us like this and lose and won the game. Milan was a very even match, and they could have won that as much as we could have. Frankly, neither team deserved to. But there we go, guys. I'm just gutted that we've had 32 shots, 12 on target, 6 really solid opportunities, a load of half chances as well, and Spurs have scored that Luke Shaw goal. And then an own goal from Park Jae-won. It beggars belief, really, guys. It really does, and that's FM. It happens. It happens sometimes. On this save, we've been victim of it a little bit too frequently for my liking, and it's obviously something to do with the tactics. It has to be, because the game mechanic isn't just biased towards the computer. Obviously, it isn't. It's just that we've had some horrific luck at times, and over the course of the season, obviously we've had our patches of good luck too, just like we did against Milan. But oh mate, so we've got 4 matches to go to finish off the league season now. I'm so annoyed and so gutted that we've gone out of the Europa League. So there you go, guys. I really am sorry. I thought we might have a chance, frankly, the way we were playing in that first leg, and frankly over 2 legs we were actually really, really good, but it just wasn't our night. And unfortunately, we used up all the luck against Sampdoria, I think, in that first leg. I wish we'd have just saved a little bit of it. But there we go. So we've got 3 games to go. Now, obviously, I would like to do the PSG game. But if I did, maybe I will, actually, and just do it a bit weird. So we do the live com, and then I'll show you some highlights of the other games after that, in a little bit of a weird kind of roundabout way. Because I really would like to show you guys the PSG game. But then... I don't know, it's a little bit confusing. I'll decide in due course, because I don't want to have to do 2 more episodes just to do this. Plus, there might not be enough time, depending on when FM comes out. So there we go, guys. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, I don't think you would have done, but there you go. Please do drop a like on the video, that'd be glorious. And yeah, if we can get it to 150 for at least us getting to the semi-finals and going out in such bizarre fashion, then that would be magnificent. If you have enjoyed this series, even though there's 1 more episode to go, please do drop a like on the video too. That'll be magnificent. So I will join you guys in the next episode for the final episode of From the Shadows. God knows what that's going to be like. Hopefully we can at least sort of redeem ourselves and maybe have a chance at sneaking into the top 3. You just never know. Stade Rennais did lose a game, so I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.